Hi, and welcome to the Daily Windups new feature, the morning briefing. And here we have a very strong front in Wisconsin, Iowa, back into Nebraska, and it's moving very fast, very rapidly to the southeast. And there are some very strong storms moving into Illinois, and we'll be in Chicago in the next hour or so. There's also a weak front from the Texas northern border all the way to the mid-Atlantic out to the Atlantic Ocean that is washing out this morning. This is the SPC Day 1 outlook for early this morning, and you can see that most of these storms have already passed this area, so we'll just go to the... This is the SPC Day 1 outlook for later this morning and later this afternoon. And it's looking less likely that Ohio will get the super strong storms, although tomorrow morning looks like the timing it will be for Ohio to get the storms. It's looking more likely that Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri will get the strong storms. This is the radar out of western Illinois, and you can see some very strong storms. There's some rotation. There's a pretty good chance of hail with this line of storms. Very gusty winds, very heavy rain. It should be moving into Chicago within the next hour or so, if not sooner. So people there should watch out. Now these are the lifted indexes, the lifted index values for that region. And the reason why I wanted to show this is because you can tell where the front is very easily. We have -3, -4 degrees C lifted index values, and then right along. And this is the NAM for 06Z. As you can see, this is 06Z 24 hours out. And you can see there's a big low wrapping around in Canada. And the trough is now moving into central Ohio, clear down through Kansas, and further westward. And it should continue moving this way. It's still amazing to me to see this front this strong this time of year, but here it is. So I guess we'll take it. I don't think there's any reason not to like the cool weather, but the other reason I wanted to show this was the NAM is starting to pick up on this area in the Bay of Campeche that we've been talking about the last couple of days. That has the possibility of becoming a tropical depression, and the NAM doesn't develop it that much, but it does show some development off the Yucatan on the west coast of the Yucatan. And here we have the wide view Atlantic, and over here to the right we have Tropical Storm Gordon, and to the left we have the remnants of Tropical Depression 7. Here is the morning's view of Tropical Storm Gordon, winds of 40 miles an hour. It's moving to the north, maybe a little northeast, and it looks better than it did yesterday, but it's still going to be encountering a lot of dry air, shear, cooler water temps, so I still don't expect it to become very strong. And here are the models for Gordon. As you can see, it takes it northwestward the next 24 hours and then takes it straight eastward, right towards the European countries, and this is going to have no effect on the U.S. whatsoever, except for shipping interest. It's too far out. And here is the wide view of Tropical Depression, or the remnants of Tropical Depression 7. Where the circle is, that is the area of low pressure. When I show you the models here in a second, they actually initialized much farther south. But the low-level center is here, just about to emerge into the Bay of Campeche, and it actually looks pretty good for the system being over land. You can see the upper spiral band starting to form, and it should be out off the coast in the next 6 to 12 hours, so we should see something within that time. And these are the models for tropical depression, remnants of tropical depression 7, and you can see that they are starting to take a more northward turn. I agree with these, except that it needs to be initialized further north where this circle is. And once that happens, we should start to see some movement in the models. Now this is the GFS 72 hours out for Sunday. And the 0Z GFS really backed off on development of the system. This is the 06Z run, and you can see it's showing some development, not much, but it's right along the Texas coast, I'm sorry, the Mexican coast, and it's moving north to northwest. And this final slide here I wanted to show what is Sunday the 19th, 87 hours out, and you can see now this is a full-blown depression, has an area of low pressure, storms moving into the Brownsville area. And this is in keeping with the idea that I've had that this trough will open up a weakness that will allow this to move northward. The question is, once this develops, how close to the coast will it be? If it's over land, we should see little to zero development, period. If it's over water, we could see a tropical depression or possibly a tropical storm develop. But that is what we're watching. Thanks for watching this morning's briefing. For the Daily Windup, I'm Donald Flowers.